everybody, and welcome to round 3 of the awesome track racing series sponsored by our host, John Vandergeest. Today we are in Leipzig, Germany at the Porsche factory touring amazing facility. You can actually go to this place, cough up a bunch of cash, jump in a Porsche, jump on the track, drive a car. You can go with a professional driver and drive alongside, sit in the passenger seat, and he will take you on hot laps. You can do training. You can sit in the restaurant. You can just hang out for the day. It's really an amazing place. So here we are here in Leipzig, Germany for round 3. And no, ladies and gentlemen, this is not an elimination round, but we are a very small grid today. This is going to be a true test, 30 minutes of just gut-wrenching turns and grinding with the small number of drivers that we have today on the grid. Let me give you a quick update on the scores. Some people are going to be missing out today, but as we look at the leaderboard here, let me give you a shot of what's going on. You can see the point spread there. There's a pretty good battle going on in the top 5 there. We'll find these guys. Most of these guys are on track today. We're waiting for Gianni Gutierrez to hopefully show up. He was defending after the first couple rounds, but he missed the last round as well. So a little bit of attrition here. And like I said, it's not an elimination series. It's just it's tough going here. And as I say that, quali has, I believe, begun, and we are out on the track for qualifying. So let's get right into it here. Get the leaderboard up. We're looking at Dr. Pepper Fuel Motorsports driver Neil Wood. You can see we might have a few more joining, but as it is, this is going to be just a hands full of driver, as in 5 fingers, ready to do battle on this amazing track. I did a couple of laps at this place, and holy smokes, it's really something. It's also got many different layouts and different things. They say that if you want to drive every track in the world, at least a turn from every circuit in the world, you can come to this track and you'll find it here, the different variations they have. So you can, the way they set it up, that's pretty cool. Got from Neil here. Chicane coming in here. Let's just take a look from the driver's perspective here. Looks like it's going to be fair weather today. Oh, there's some, looks like some tires of doom to go through. I have a feeling we might be seeing a little contact through there. I mean, it's kind of treacherous, actually. When I was doing laps, like, oh, damn, where do I brake? But like I said, instructional tours, factory tours, car tours, and there we have Neil going off and having a little fun with the barrels. There we go. All right, let's see who else we can jump on here. Robin Taylor is out there currently. There he goes, zipping by. Leipzig. I tried to Google Translate it. I can't understand that. But since, remember, this is the weekend of F1 in the States, so I'm not worried about any pronunciation because we're talking American today. Today we're talking American. It's the weekend of the U.S. Grand Prix, so in there in Texas where they eat big steaks and they ride horses and they do a bunch of bull riding and, yeah, a bunch of Texas BS is what I say. They are. Those tires are going to come into play at some point in time, I can tell you. Looks like. Ba-damn, off the curb. Well, that's a pretty good lap by Robin. Looks like he's got it lined up. He's got a pretty good plan here. I'm wondering if the attrition rate for this race You guys probably did a couple laps here and said, oh, hell no, I'll come back next week. There's the one fan for Robin for honking his horn. That's pretty cool. Very nice. See the facility back there. The restaurant and everything is in that big upside down cone-shaped building. It's pretty cool. It's full of cars, so it's really nice. All right, let's get a look at Tomlinson, who was green in Sector 2. Let's check on him. Where'd he go? There he is. There's Andy. Okay, sorry, Andy. Got a really colorful car there. Looking good. Woohoo, look at that reflection. On his out lap here. Let's see. Start a time lap right here. See how he does. He's currently in 4th. Look. Krylov holding that pole. Kryl's had some great starts and great qualifiers in these first couple of rounds, and he's had some bad luck later on in the race. But good, very, very competitive. He's up there. We'll check on him in a minute. See where Andy can put himself. Yeah, I do see, looking at the leaderboard, that Taylor is purple in sectors 1 and 2. So we might just flash over to him really quick. Let's get back to Taylor. We'll come back to Tomlinson. That was it. That was his lap. See, for 135.5, put him right on top. Okay, let's get back to Andy. To reset. Look at that, Krylov, just 1/10 off Taylor's lap there. Previously set lap by Krylov, so he's probably on the attack too. So here comes Tomlinson across the line with a 135.8, puts him up there in pretty good shape. Let's check on Krill. He's sector 1. Now let's go to Vandergeest. Vandergeest, 135.5, some 2 seconds off the pace. Tomlinson put himself right there, didn't he? Only 2/10 off. Excuse me, I have a nasty head cold this week, so with the nasally situation, I'm going to be coughing and sneezing. So apologize in advance. East just barrels of doom, using all the track. John's a really consistent driver. Navigating that section there, that's tough. This last little section, you really got to concentrate before you can open up to hit the line here. You get this last little straight out of these S's. Excuse me. Woody just bettered his time. Let's see if he can jump up the leaderboard a little bit here. And he's getting a hot lap going. Here we go. Taylor's still sitting on that. He looks like he bettered his time even with the last lap. Let's see how we're looking time-wise. Up 2 minutes left, so this is it. It's crunch time. Taylor looks like he's content to sit this out. He is sitting in the pits with that lead. Got a half a second on Krylov and Tomlinson. Woody and John are back in the a little bit off pace. race here. What he can do. Getting ready for that last section. And here he comes across the line. Is he going to bump himself up? He does. Nice job. Jumps ahead of Woody, putting himself 1 second off. It looks like Woody is out there too. Where is he? Just started a hot one, so it'll be his last chance to dance. Being in sector 1 so far. These turns, man, I'm telling you, it's like you got that long straight and then it's hard on the brakes. Oh, he gets a little bit of grass, one little mistake, that's not going to help him any. You can see he's yellow in sector 2 there, so it looks like we might be looking at the grid order. Those track marker guys are pretty brave standing out there, even if they are just dummy AIs. Right, let's see. I don't think he's going to, but there it is. All right. I think our starting order is set. Got anybody else out there? Krill might be trying to best us. Nope, he's in the pit. It's Andy. Andy had a little trouble in sector 1 there. You can see he was yellow, plus 2 tenths off, but minus 12 and a couple tenths off though. So there we have it. There is the starting order. Get a look at it here as we are getting ready to go into the 5-minute warm-up. Taylor taking that pole, Krill off in second, Tomlinson third, and Vandergeest holding fourth with Neil Wood bringing up that 5th spot. So it's very elite, tight little group here today. Excuse me. So we shall see Leipzig. I tried to Google Translate, like I said. I don't know how to say it. But the boys are trying to help me in the chat. Leipzig. Anyway, it's a pretty cool track, actually. Yeah, I had some looks at it here. Let's get this stuff off. See if I can get a round trip here. Get a couple aerial shots of this place. Turn. There's the restaurant showcase tower, the start finish line over there. There's these guys that are like standing behind that tire wall. So you can see they had the chicane for this round, or you can they can open it up right there. So many different configurations for this place. Looks like Tomlinson's out for a little bit of a lap action. Andy currently the only one out on track, as the other lads are content to sit in their pits, contemplate Oh, somebody came out. Krill. Krill's out there. They're looking at just under 3 minutes warm-up left here. All right, let's take a look at what the heck's going on here. What do we got next week? Another one that I'm not going to be able to pronounce. Biker Nikai. Anyway, there you have it. That'll be November 4th. So hopefully the boys will be back on the grid, make up for today's missing in action. I mean, you would think it was an elimination series. As we're winding down the warm-up here. Anybody else out? No, just Andy and Krill. So I expect there's going to be quite the battle with these top three. It's like Vandergeest and Neilwood were a little bit off pace, but that doesn't mean anything. As attrition take, in a 30-minute race here, they're going to be, it's pretty much a sprint. So they're going to be going for every apex and trying to hit every exit. And we're going to have some mistakes, so cars are pretty sturdy for open wheelers, but there's a little pitch on the tire. Any open wheel racing, you know how it works. You're going to have our incidents. Yes, those tight turns as soon as throwing these guys off. Excuse me. Yeah, that's a sketchy little section right there. All right. And that's going to do it for warm-up. So the next sound you hear will be the boys getting on the grid, and we will be ready to go. Set up for battle boxes.
Attention grid, will all non-essential personnel leave the grid now?
There we go. No non-essential personnel. That would be me. Leave the grid now. Where are we at? Let's get a decent camera view here. Looks like we're going to be behind the fence, whatever we do. Oh, it's such a short field. We'll keep it on number one. See what happens on this start. Yeah, so warm-up lap. Give them a chance to heat their tires. Oh, Andy. Andy, what are you doing back there, Andy? Come on, Andy. Andy, put the hamburger down. Let's go. Oh, I think he's waiting for a strudel. There he goes. Okay. Fraulein had brought him a lager. He'll get himself right back up there in this tight. I guess it would be word I'm looking for. Anyway, it's a small grid. intimate, that's it, this tight, small, intimate grid of 5 brave souls giving it a whirl. I bet the rest of the guys are sitting in the restaurant with the prawn lines getting, getting hammered in there, watching F1. About ready to go out. Look at that crashed car in the we're going up on a crane. Oh yeah, see, that's what happens here. This place is no joke. All right, 30 minutes of fuel. 1 set of tires is probably going to do it. I think at the end we might get a little slippery the way this track, all these turns, man. I'll be curious to see how the tire wear holds up. We are just about ready here for the green. All right, drivers, take your position. All right, here we go. Round 3 at Leipzig Porsche test track. And we are racing. Here we go. Looks like a great start by Krill. Is he going to get the jump on him? Taylor holding court there. Keeps it into turn 1. Thomason right in there, right in quality order. Gonna stay this way for the first, I would imagine. One nice thing about small grids like this is we're not going to see a lot of crashing on lap 1. See a little speed difference there. Ooh, look at that Krill. Taking it a little wide. Thomas looks in a little bit of a window there. Took a peek in there. Oops, wrong button. There we go, a little top action. Andy. You see Vandergeest on him. It's the top 3 holding position. They get into that gnarly, treacherous little section there. Here is Krill. Keep with Taylor there. Let's see what happens down the start-finish straight here. After lap. Gain on him. Now John and Woody bringing up the tail end there. As far as the overall goes, these guys just for showing up are going to get top 5 points all the way down. So it's not even a bad finish today. It's going to be really good in the points for him. So let's see what's up. Oh, Krill's off a little bit, getting a little bit feisty there, trying to get around it. He's giving that spot to Thomason, and Vandergeest is right on him. See if he can regain. Vandergeest kind of look at the outside. Krill does have the inside for this turn, so he should be in good shape here. As he did seem to outpace him a little bit, so to regain himself here, he should be in good shape. But now he's going to have to get back up there as Tomlinson, very confident. Give him an inch, he'll take a mile. He's going to be hard to get around. I think he's sticking with Taylor up there pretty good too. Here is Tomlinson. There's the leader, Taylor, as they go through those Those tires, I tell you, those tires are going to come into play. Let's see if I can find that really cool view from the back. Which one was it? This one. There we go. That is your leader. That's the gap back to Tomlinson. All right, let's check back here at the tail end. You guys are a little staying with each other. Woody's keeping in the zip code back there. Vander Geest trying to apply a little bit of pressure to Krill. Krill, who have the second fastest lap in qualifying. Mount's got his hands full to try and keep pace with this. Well, it looks like Woody's closed the gap a little bit on Vander Geest, but Taylor is getting away from these guys here. He's got a 1.5 second gap on Tomlinson now. There's Andy. Woo, get a little fishy there. Coming up on the first 5 minutes of this race. Robin, oh, a little bit of tire action. Tell you, let's see what that does. That might affect the car at all. I don't think so. Taylor did get Tomlinson a face full of dust there going through. They're pretty spread out now. This group in the back. Vander Geest and Woody. Krill is starting to stretch his legs a little bit. Using that awesome pace that he had. Just that these cars are so equal that, I mean, it comes down to setup and basically driving skill, exit speed, entry speed. You know, that's making up the difference in these tenths that are the difference between these cars. They're so close. You know, what is this, USF2000? So basically, it's kind of like an F3 series. Oh, excuse me. You can see second, third, fourth, with fifth just behind. Four, there they go. So at least the tires are out of the way now. That I think it was Taylor, I think, that knocked those tires on that chicane out of the loop there. Doesn't look like it's any worse for wear. Still blistering laps out. He's got a 1.3 second gap now. I think what we're going to find is Krill. See if Krill can pace himself to where he can catch Tomlinson. Remember, these guys were pretty tight in quali, so it might be an uphill battle for him. That off is going to cost him. Whoops. There we go. Vander Geest back there. Fourth. Vander Geest is keeping him honest. Excuse me. Taylor, best lap is 1:35.7. That's the fastest lap of the race so far. Closest to him would be 1:36.046 for Tomlinson. 1:36.206 for Krill. Those are the fastest laps, not necessarily the lap. You can see that difference of pace with Vander Geest with 1:36.7 and Woody with a 1:36.9. respectively, their fastest laps of this race so far. So there you can see the pace difference. I believe it's under a second, but you know, after 30 minutes of time, I think we're gonna get spread out a little bit here. There is your leader. Let's take a lap with Robin. Good little wheel action. Get this out of the way. We'll make it small so we can watch his inputs a little better. Go. Look at this, just a drive in the park for Robin at this point in time. Nobody in his mirrors. I like about our factor too is you can see the gear changes and everything, and a lot of the other sims, when you are streaming or watching from the viewpoint, it doesn't have the gauges working. It might be beautiful and rendering is awesome, but I like the small details our factor 2 gives you with the fact that, you know, we can watch him shift what gear he's in and everything. And, you know, a lot of sims do it. I think a set of Corsa Capazone might let you. I know Automobilista 2, when you're in some kind of a broadcast mode, you don't get any of that. I've tried broadcasting those. It's pretty cool. And here comes Taylor. Excuse me. So that was a lap with your leader. Let's check back here on the wrecking crew. Van is holding fourth. Woody's bringing up the rear there in that Dr. Pepper livery. As Woody just trying to keep pace here. See, he's got Van der Geest. You can see him on the straight still. There he is up there. He is starting to turn into a spec, so Neil's got his work cut out for him. Stay with this. Anything can happen in this when the tires start to wear. So Woody's a really consistent driver. He always has a plan. You know, he's going to keep his car in good shape. It might pay off later. Let's check up here with Andy. That gap is almost 3 seconds now, 2.8. As Taylor seems to be his day today so far as we've hit the 20-minute mark. Well, you know, we're only 6 or 7 minutes into this race, so see how things develop here. All it takes is one little slip up and you end up with bent steering. You don't want to have bent steering at this place. Now the gap has hit 3 seconds. So Taylor putting it away. Let's check on Krill. Closing the gap here too. Excuse me. Closing the gap to Thomason here. Get the battle box back up there. There it is. So yeah, he's got it down to a second. So we might have a little bit of action here. There is the gap to second place. Van der Geest setting, I think, one of his faster laps. 136.4 was his last lap, which is his fastest lap of the race. So as fuel burns off here, they're starting to increase their times. 135.7 is the fastest lap of the race still by Taylor. Van der Geest, as the fuel gets low, starting to pick up the pace a little bit. He's got something for Krill, but See that gap? He's 2 behind. And then here goes the gap to Andy is under just at a second now. So these cars had DRS. I think Andy'd be in trouble. As it is, Krill just creeping up on him. 136.057. Krill's last lap, which was his fastest lap of the race as well. So very nicely done there by Krill, making a charge now. Closing that gap. Gonna bump the intervals up to the gap to the next car instead of leader. So in the next minute or so, you'll see those numbers change beside their names on the leaderboard. It'll show the gap to the car in front, not necessarily the leader, as they get a little bit spread out here. But we are getting ready for a battle here. I think it's going to come down to about a couple, 3 laps time that Andy's going to have hands full keeping Krill off of him. As you can see, things are starting to get a little slippery here as we're coming up on 15 minutes remaining. Taylor up there in the foreground, that gap, 3-second gap, but it's a half a second now, Krill. He is there. Now it becomes on the dirty air and the little bit of draft. Oh, and it looks like Andy's in trouble. He's taking it wide. It's going to be Krill's opportunity right here. Getting a toe. He's going to make a move. He's going to the outside. And he holds, scored, yep, and it puts Krill off. Oh, won't move, and that's going to put Vandergeest. All that hard work. But he's still got time. That's halfway. We're, a little bit, we're not quite halfway yet. But, like I said, it took 5 or 6 laps to get him where he did. And then that's, I think, the same corner he lost second place on. So Krill's probably kicking himself a little bit right there. Just be a little bit more patient. Wait for one of the straights because he definitely has the pace to get around him. But he's going to have to time it and make it stick. Now that gap's back up to almost 2 seconds. So he'll battle back for that. Let's see the gap. Vandergeest has got 2 seconds now with the Krill. And Woody. Yeah, Woody's almost, he's some 7 seconds off. But hanging in there. Here is the leader. Barring any mistakes, I think he's going to be able to drive this one home if he can just hold court here. Second place, Andy's got that 1.5 second gap now. It's getting a little slippery there. You can see him taking those turns. Krill should be able to catch him up in another couple of laps, and we're going to have another battle here. Where's that cool rear view? There it is. That's the one I'm looking for. Krill back there. 1.6, 1.5, 1.4. I'm trying to see where Krill has the advantage, and if it's in the turns, I think, is where he's gaining a little bit. He's got it down to almost a second now. You can see him closing in. As Andy gives him a face full of dust and slow him down a little bit, hopefully, for his sake. Krill has been outpacing him, but Andy has outdriven him as far as keeping the car on the track to hold that position. He gained that position due to Krill's mistake, and he's held that position due to Krill's mistake. So Krill knows what he needs to do. He just needs to keep all 4 tires on the track, or at least 2 of them. Give himself a shot at that second step on the podium. And then barring any mistakes, because Vandergeest is right there waiting. Or these two get together, that's a podium for Vandergeest. Look, he's right on him now, and he's taking a little bit wide. Come on, Krill. There's his trouble spot right there. So that was a little better done. Did that nicely. Let's see where he's at. Look at him close in. So he's definitely out braking Tomlinson a little bit there, but it's also costing him on exit as he's put himself in the dirt a couple times. Treacherous chicanes. Usually close is pretty good right through this little section. Just get with them and then hang on and don't put it in the dirt. Yep, I think he's learned his lesson. Because this sector 3 is just gnarly. 2 tire stack chicanes and then a big S turn. There's this fan blowing that horn. That one guy with the horn out there. Oh, he's right there again. Here we go. We're at the 10-minute mark. And Krill is right on Tomlinson's tailpipe. Patient, be patient, be patient. Okay, that's his trouble spot. He made it through. Just a big loop of turn. See that thing? It's like 190 degrees because you're coming around to 180, but then it keeps going another 10 or 12 degrees. So, you know, it just doesn't end. Like teardrop. Pressure, pressure, pressure. Tomlinson's holding up really good under the pressure. Look at this, a little bit sideways. We're going through the... Oh, Tomlinson hanging on. Krill much better through that section. That time he's looking to the outside. Now they're coming down the start-finish straight here. He might have a chance. He's with him. He's looking to get that inside advantage going into turn 1, and he's got wheel to wheel. He's got his front tires. Oh, Tomlinson holding him off, giving him room. Nicely done. Good racing, guys. Oh, Tomlinson goes wide. This is going to open the door. They are battling. Oh. Nicely done. Really good driving here by both drivers. I think Krill. He's looking. Tomlinson keeps the advantage, holding the inside. Krill's going to try to go around the outside. Giving room though, and there it is. Turn nemesis. 1 tire in the dirt though that kept him right with it, so he is still in it for this lap. He's got to pick a spot. I think his best chance is going to be down one of those straights. If he can just get to the inside where he got almost pulled up to his rear wheel. He's really got it good through there. Krill is really good through that section, but then this turn here. Excuse me. And they're down the start finish again. This time Tomlinson's got a little bit of a gap, but I mean, you know, in open wheel racing, sometimes it gives the car behind a better chance getting out of the dirty air. guys are just going at it here for this second spot on the podium. Tomlinson doing a great job of defending. McCrill's looking, he's got a way better exit. This could be it. Tomlinson's maintaining the inside, keeping him in position. Tomlinson. Yep, McCrill's forced to stay on the outside. If we can do the switcheroo here, it's just these turns are just so hardcore that you really can't do the switcheroo. You can see it, look at it there. It comes back like 190 degrees. So this one here is a little bit less. It's a lefty, almost the same situation where it keeps coming and coming, and it comes that little bit of hook that brings it back around. So it's not a true 180, it's like a 190. And that little teardrop effect. So it looks like with 6 minutes remaining, I think Krill is probably doing a little regroup session right now. I'm going to get ready to pounce at the end here because as time runs out, he's going to have to find a spot if he's going to try and get around. Or could be content to hold on. He is on the podium as we go here, with coming up on the 5-minute mark. Let's do a quick check back while there's a gap there. The Vandergeest is now some 3 seconds off of Krill, so still waiting in the woods. Woody, where's Woody? Okay, he's some 16 seconds off now. He probably had a little bit of a spill. Taylor, just a scenic drive through the Leipzig. And then back to the battle here. This is the battle. Tomlinson's defense so far is held up. And it was Krill who put himself into this mess to see if he can get himself out of it. Hanging right with him as we hit the 4-minute mark. That half-second gap. That cool back view. Aerial assault. Shaky with there, the camera, little air turbulence. There's a good look at the gap. Robinson hanging on. Krill looking at the outside. Nemesis turn. Again, a little bit. Man. He closes so good right there, but then that turn just protects Thomas because it's just so gnarly to keep it on the apex. So Thomason using the circuit to his advantage to help him defend. Keeping his car positioned really well. He's making himself nice and fat, hard to get around. Krill has no choice but to go to the outside. As Krill has another little bit of a fling there with the dirt. Hope that doesn't slow down too much here. We're coming up on 3 minutes, just under 3 minutes. Patience is the virtue here. Let's see if we can hang on and find a spot to get around, or if Tomlinson can defend this second place. Oh, Tomlinson has a little moment of his own. Let's get open the door, and there he goes. And there he goes. So, tit for tat. Tomlinson hits the dirt with 2.5 minutes left and gives the spot right back to Krill, who gave him the spot early on. Now let's see if Andy can pull a rabbit out of his hat and return the favor. But just a tire off. That's all it took. One slight mistake. He had two wheels off in the grass, and that slowed him enough for Krill to get right around him. And now it's coming down to that, just a matter of 3 or 4 tenths difference in quali pace that gave Krill the advantage, being a little bit quicker. And then there's Vandergeest right back there in fourth. So Vandergeest has been closing that gap. You can see he's right there now. So if these guys screw up in this last minute, we're coming up on 1 lap to go here once they cross the line. I think Taylor's already on his phone and has ordered himself a pint, and he's going to have some food delivered as he goes up on the podium. Meanwhile, has Andy got anything for him? All right, this is it. This is coming across the start finish for the last time. We're going to have the last lap right here. I think Taylor's behind these guys, not too far. Let's check on where he is on track, because he might cross the line before time. See where he's at. Maybe not. 7 seconds ahead, so I think we're good. So there is your second place, Krill gave up second place in the dirt and got it back from the dirt. So a wheel off here, a wheel off there of this podium. And Vandergeest's doing a really nice job to keep these guys in the zip code. You can see him up there. Here's a shot from John, head of the chicane. He's like a shark in the water right now. He's just waiting to go here as they're going to come across for the last time here. This is the last lap. But where is Taylor? I believe that's sector 2 right there. Yep, and there he is ahead. Okay, so here comes the second, third. As time runs out, here is your race winner, going to finish this baby up. Come through that last section of twisties. As he crosses the line, there's your winner, Robin Taylor, round 3 at Leipzig. Taking the victory, a checkered green to checkered victory. And here comes your second and third place, with Krill getting back to the podium. And they come into the last turn. Collins has got something for me. He's going for a little bit. What? Oh, they've already passed. My bad. Very nicely done. Okay, so second place Krill, third place Andy. Vandergeest with a good, strong fourth finish. And bringing up the rear is Woody as he crosses the line there. Very nicely done, gentlemen. Awesome race, must say. Very good. That was something else, ladies and gentlemen. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Robin Taylor is your winner. Krill up in second. Thomas in the fourth. Vandergeest, in fourth. And Woody bringing up fifth. Don't forget, next week, in 2 weeks, in 2 weeks, we will have another one of these racing tracks that Vandergeest has pulled out of his hat. Anyway, it's been a fun session so far. Hopefully a few more cars will show up next week. And I will see you then. So that's it for now. Adios, amigos, and on to the USF1.